This tribal park was initiated by the two Xeni Gwet'in and Yunesit'in communities, and with the support of the nation to protect the watershed.
We need to protect our land, to protect our animals. If we don't take care of our animals, then who is going to do it? You know, that's why we're here. We're stewards of the land.
This place is unique. It's world class, and the whole area, it needs to be protected.
The wildlife and cultural aspects of this area are virtually unrivaled. This is a very special place in a global context.
Wild horses, what we call a dryland grizzly bear, a totally intact ecosystem, in other words, with wolves and wolverines. Where else does this still exist?
The Tsilhqot'in is prime grizzly territory, and the grizzly is a part of what had assisted us in protecting this land.
This is one of the last places left in North America that has this kind of habitat to still support large carnivores. And for that reason, it is very special and very unique and certainly worth preservation.
You have Big Creek Provincial Park, Silas Provincial Park, the Brittany Triangle, now Dasiqox. So you have an interconnected system of protected areas that rival the Rocky Mountains.
You've got such a wild and natural area that the bears are able to move freely from the mountaintops down to their salmon streams in the course of a day. Up here, the high mountains where we are, we're noticing whitebark pine. It grows in the rock. It's often the first species to grow in certain areas. Seeds are incredibly nutritious for wildlife. The richness and diversity both of the people who use whitebark and just of these other little pieces of the puzzle of whitebark use in the region just, to me, demonstrate what a special and unique place this is here.
So the salmon and the intactness of the watershed and the grizzly bears are all one package, they're all one ecosystem.
Here we have the Dasiqox watershed, heart and soul of Dasiqox Tribal Park, and it is covered in mining claims. And this past year, a mining company has moved into the headwaters of the Dasiqox within the tribal park area to drill core samples for a potential mine.
If this place ever becomes an open pit mine, it's a disaster. It's a scary project to even think of, because you know, Tsilhqot'in Lake's right below it. We didn't agree with it. We totally went against it, but they still, without our consent, drilled 9 holes. It's going to impact our culture, our water, our fish, our way of life.
We know mining and government are not going away, and that is a threat for our wildlife, for our way of life, and we depend on the land and the animals just the same.
Tribal Park will allow some economic development. It'll allow culture. Your people want jobs, mining, logging, but you're taking those jobs away from their future generation, our future generation.
Protecting the watershed, protecting the Tsilhqot'in lakes and the river that flow into the Tsilhqot'in River and into the Fraser River and into the ocean. We need to protect this to be able to have healthy salmon.